Okay, so thank you and welcome again to 10K Global Women Business Tour. We are super excited about this 10K Global Women in Business Marketing Tour as we are on a journey to help as many women start and grow their business in 2023. My name is Sunshine Fullenwider, and I am your host, the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur, where we provide speaking events for women entrepreneurs to share about their business, who they are, and what they're passionate about, but most of all, to expose their product and their services. We don't stop there. We also provide our business center, which provides coaching and training for small business entrepreneurs to continue to grow and flourish in what they love to do. So, that being said, I am super excited about our speaker. I call her VIP speaker because she's always comes to the platform ready to be able to share with y'all some great tools that you can implement in your video marketing. I mean, if you're like me, I'm super excited. I always come on here with a notepad and pen because I'm ready to jot down some information. So I'm definitely not going to hold y'all. I just want to say thank you all for coming on to the broadcast. You know, even if you're going to listen to a replay, thank you so much. So get your pen, get your paper, sit back and enjoy this great information that's going to come from no other than our coach, VIP coach, Coach Tonia Smith, as she shares some great valuable information on 5 steps to grab and hold the attention of your audience in video marketing. Again, thank you for coming on to the broadcast, and thank you, Coach Tonia, for being here again.
Well, Sunshine, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity that you've given so many women to up level. It's just an amazing. It's been such a great experience, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I want to go ahead and start the presentation because this, I've been helping some of your audience with the fear of live video and overcoming that, right? But once you start creating live video, then you get into a position, I know a lot of people do, that you're like, I'm making these videos, there's the short form, there's the long form, but no one's really responding, and maybe you're getting some likes, maybe you get a few views, but it's not you're not creating an income in your business that you wish to create. So let's see, there we go. All right. So this video, this presentation is going to be about, nope, I don't want to do that. Sorry. There we go. All right. It's about how to grab the attention of your audience in video marketing. And that is so critical in this day and age because the attention span is so short. So I'm going to share some of the best strategy to get attention in video marketing. Discover the secrets to capture your audience's attention. And with this powerful formula that will elevate your video marketing game to the next level. Just a little bit about me. I'm a social media and business strategist. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm even a very young great grandma. I live in the country. I love to travel and go on adventures with my horse and my dog. I know how important it is to create an income while enjoying life to its fullest. And so I help digital marketers dominate their social media without the burnout so they can create the life and the business of their dreams. So just a little bit before we dive into the formula, there's a few steps you need to know before you start doing any kind of content creation or live video or video marketing. And one is you really need to know who your audience is. You really need to know who are you talking to? What does your audience care about? What are the things that they're struggling through that you can help them solve that problem? And then you need to make sure you refine that message to focus on them or focus on the audience that you are wanting to attract and the benefit that they're going to receive. A lot of times we get wrapped up in what we want to present or what we think people need without doing some of that research. And when you get into the video marketing, a lot of times we look at likes and followers and subscribers as, you hear like my video went viral, right? And that's so exciting. And it could be very valuable, but it's not always going to equal money. Likes, followers, and subscribers do not always equal money. The key is to have a process that will attract and grow your ideal audience, engage with them, and then invite them to the next step with you. And one of the best ways, and especially right now in this time, is to get the attention. And in my opinion, most of the time, like I think for the past many years since video marketing became, that was one of the best ways to get the attention of your potential customers, clients, or business partners. And it just helps them. And if you have the right formula, it will keep them coming back for more. So I'm going to share with you a 5-step formula to grab the attention of your audience in video marketing. But again, you want to make sure you're tailoring your videos and understanding who you're speaking to. A lot of times you see on the different platforms, right? The reels, the short forms they're fun, they're entertaining, and there's nothing wrong with that. But once you, if that's all you're doing, I know one the other day, I had been, I was going through some old stories. I'm like, what can I repurpose, right? I was just looking through them, and I noticed I didn't really have a lot of stories with value of sharing value of what I help people with. And I thought, oh, I was going through a phase there, right? I wasn't really, I was more about sharing lifestyle and fun, right? And I think there's a place for that. But if there's nothing else in between, you could be having a problem with your income level and you're in creating that profit. So we're going to talk about, and these are things you may have heard before, but I'm going to go a little deeper, and I think you're going to appreciate it. So the first thing your video needs, and every video, every piece of content should have a hook. That's the very first few seconds of your video, and that's crucial in grabbing attention. It's vital. If you get really good at the hook, honestly, the rest of the video, yes, it matters, but not nearly as much. If you don't have a good hook, you've lost them. If you don't grab their attention with a really solid, concrete hook, the rest of the video doesn't matter because they've left you, right? So once you get the hook down, right, and there's some processes to do that. There's resources, right? You can do, answer the public, things like that, where you can kind of see what people are looking for. But after you've created the hook, you want to agitate a little bit, right? And I'm going to give you an example here in just a minute. And then the next step is a soft call to action. So first of all, let's talk about the hook. So here's a great example of a hook. Are you tired of not losing weight? That's speaking, if you have a product that is either health and wellness, or you're a coach that helps people through this process, or maybe you have a product that helps people lose weight. And this is going to speak to your audience, right? Are you tired of not losing weight? And then you want to agitate. You want to set that hook, right? When you want to get into the mind of the people that you're speaking with, that person, right? So when you say the words to the person that needs to hear this, right? Are you tired of losing weight? What's their response, right? And you want to answer that response. So set the hook. Worse yet, it seems like you gain 5 pounds every time you look at a piece of cake. Now that's agitating it, right? Are you tired of not losing weight? Worse yet, it seems like you've gained 5 pounds every time you look at a piece of cake, right? That's agitating it, getting in the mind of your audience. So after you do that, you agitate it, you're going to give a soft call to action. You've got their attention, right? And I want to remind you, a lot of times people wait for the end for a call to action. And the problem with that is once you've waited to the end, to be honest and to be completely clear on videos, people rarely watch to the end. And don't let that discourage you. It's a great opportunity to follow this procedure, like get that hook, agitate it, and then a real soft call to action. This will give them, it tells them what to do, right? I heard it said one time, we've been ingrained since childhood to follow directions, right? And so a soft call to action, this could be, make sure you subscribe to your channel, make sure you visit my website, or if it's appropriate, grab that link and you can purchase, right? So the next step is you want to bring very good value, right? You want your video to really serve your audience. You want it to, once you've grabbed their attention, you want to hold it. And the way to do it is with true value. I like to think that when your audience is in there with you, if they've stayed that long to hear what you have to say, they should leave feeling like you've over delivered, right? So that when they leave your video, they're like, oh my gosh, that was so much value. What else does she have? Right? What else? I bet everything she gives is huge value, right? And then the very end of this video is another call to action. Now, this can be a stronger call to action. It can be a soft call to action, right? But you want to lead them to the next step with you. The longer you can keep your audience in your world is better, right? So you want to give them guidance. So here's an example of call to actions that are really simple and they're a low resistance level, right? So follow for more. There's a call to action. You want people staying in your world longer. Like, subscribe if you find value. That can be a great soft call to action, right? You give them the hook, the agitation. They're like, oh, you've got their attention. They're thinking, what is she going to share with me? And then you say, hey, if you find value with this video, make sure you like and subscribe. You put this in their mind. You can say, check link in bio, grab my free, if you have a free offering. So here's just a few suggestions. You want to keep it short. Again, attention spans this day and age especially are so short when it comes to videos or anything, right? And so you want to keep them short to the point. And the great thing about keeping it tight into like a 60-second short form video, it kind of forces you to keep it really concise. You want to make sure that you're using visuals. Once you get I don't suggest, like, if you're just starting out, don't worry about the visuals and animations and sound effects. That's something that will come as you get better. But as you get your skill level up in creating videos, visuals, animations, sound effects are really, really good thing to add. And make sure your video has a clear structure, right? Just like I shared with you, if you follow those 5 steps in every video, it will become a rhythm, right? And I will tell you that myself and several people I've seen this happening with, once you follow that structure, you will start seeing results. And especially if you're consistent, if you're showing up every day doing reels or short form video, if you're showing up consistently, like 3 times a week at least, I think you'll be surprised. Unfortunately, so many people leave some of that out, right? They leave out the hook, or they don't give a call to action of any sort. A lot of times they'll do a hook, but they leave out a call to action. But you always want to start with a hook. You want to keep it short and engaging. Even the long form video, right? Even long forms used to, a training on certain platforms, you would have like an hour long was good. People kind of expect it. Now, if you go over 20 minutes, you're losing people, right? And you always want to provide value. Always provide value. And then you end with a call to action. And so that is my presentation for tonight. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you found value in this. I want to offer you this free profile profits cheat sheet. And the reason I'm doing this is because once you start creating content, or if you're creating content now, what happens is the first thing people do, I don't even care what platform they're on, they go to Facebook and they check out your profile, right? And so when you're start getting out there and you're creating videos and you're being seen, the first thing people do, like I said, is they're going to check out your profile. If you do not have your Facebook profile optimized, or any profile optimized, you're missing out. And Facebook specifically has 5 pieces of real estate in your profile that a lot of people just miss out on. They just don't take advantage of. And you can actually turn your profile into a powerful lead generation tool, a funnel, and that is why this cheat sheet is going to help you. And like I said, it's free, so it's even better. And then here's some ways to connect with me. I would love to see you come into my Facebook community. That I've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. So, and also I would love you to check out my website and come and see if there's anything in there that can serve you. So.
I love it. I love it. Is it possible to show us back again the profit, the marketing profit? Thank you.
Yeah, let me see if I can do this without. I don't know that I might have to start at the very beginning. I'll just scroll forward if that's okay.
Yes. So that way, I know some people wanted to go ahead and plug into it. So I want to make sure they get a clear view of how do they get started? Like, how do they get signed up?
Well, I was going to put a link. I could put a link in the comments of this unless there's a place.
Yes, you can put a comment, but if you can also, I don't know if they can message you or.
Yes, just message me. I can get it to them. Yeah, I would say any of the platforms they can connect me with. I should have put the link on there, shouldn't I?
No, it's fine. So you see, Coach Tonia is on Facebook, Instagram, and those are her links right there. So if you can just go to any of those links, message her, let her know that you want that program, and there you have it. I know you always put a ton of information in there, and so I want to make sure people can grab it.
Yeah, it's definitely very thorough, and it has. The thing is that's your business card, right? That's the thing that let me. Also, if they go to my Facebook, I mean the website, they could get it from there. So let me stop sharing for a second. Yeah. So if you, the thing is that is such a important part. A lot of times we tend to make our personal Facebook profile very personal, and we close it down so people can't see it because we don't want to mix our business and personal. And the reality is, if you're creating a business online, people are going to come to your personal profile. That's the first place they go. They don't go to your business page. They go to your personal profile because they want to check you out. And if you have it set up strategically, you're going to either attract the people to you that you want, or you're going to repel them. And that has been, that's the last thing we want, right? We don't want to repel our people, our potential clients, our potential customers. So
I love what you said. Something I found fascinating about your Facebook main page is that you have the profile, then you have the post, and so I'm just curious, how important is that profile area on the main page before you even scroll down and look at, business owners' posts?
Well, there are so many places in your personal profile that you can optimize, and then that you can grab their attention and let them see that you do have solutions for them, or without being weird. You don't want to, be too spammy about it, but there's ways that you can show up and be real. And they can also, there's places to put links in your profile that is okay, that Facebook honors. And so you can create a funnel by just using your profile. You can grow leads. You can create a business just by your Facebook profile. It is absolutely amazing.
I love it because you are really correct that people do look at the main page before the business page. I'm just curious, on your main page, would you say it would be a great thing to also have a link to your business page on your main page, since most people go there first?
Yeah. So there's a place in the intro, the bio of, your about section. And a lot of times people will put something like entrepreneur, and that you don't want any kind of thing in that position, like it's like where you work. That's what I'm trying to say, the work position. A lot of times people will put entrepreneur or self-employed, and there's no link. So what you want there is you want the link to your page, because people say, where do you work? I work at Tonia Smith. They click on that and they go to my page. So.
Amazing. There go a powerful tip right there for people to be able to use. There you go. So I know if I keep talking to you, you're probably going to give us all the secrets you
Yeah.
put in that pamphlet.
That's not even in the cheat sheet because that's kind of it's just kind of alludes to that. But yeah, there's so many places you want to pack that in. But you don't want your intro, your bio to be too jam packed. A lot of times people make those too long. And by the time people are like halfway through, they're like, okay, I'm over it. Right. And so you just want a few things that people can connect you with. So like I have, where I live, and I have like maybe where I grew up, my school I grew up in, because someone may say, oh, you grew up in Kansas. Did you know this town or whatever, and I was in a small town. So it's not a big way to connect, but people always know the cities around there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then you want your links to your social media so they can connect with you, but you want them to stay in your world, whatever it is, you want them to stay in your world. And a lot of times people will put links to other things, and Facebook doesn't honor links, right? So you got to be careful and very strategic of where you put them. There's places that they're okay with it. Facebook will say, yeah, they just don't punish you for it. And knowing where those are and making the most of it. The problem I see is people don't take advantage of it. And it's just, like I said, it hurts my heart because it's untapped real estate. So.
I love when you said that, because when you mentioned where real estate, I think about investment. So untapped investment. How critical is it when you're trying to gain a customer and a client, and they look at your main page and there's no relation to the product or service that you're offering? How critical is that disconnect?
Well, you don't want to ever be spammy. You don't want to have just business all over your personal profile. And that can be the opposite of productive also. You just want to make sure that there's a balance there. But if they have no idea that you're in business by looking at your profile, it's like a covert operative. And I was there. I used to be a covert operative. I remember hiring a hook coach the very first time I decided to try this online marketing thing. And I remember she said, well, you're kind of a covert operative. I look at your page. I've looked through it, scroll through the post, and I see nothing about your business. And I'm going, well, I don't want to be spammy. And so there are ways, if you come from a heart of not selling on your personal profile, but serving. So if you're coming from a place of, this is what I help people do. This is how I help people. This is how I serve. Most people understand that you're not going to do it for free, right? And so, but you don't have to mention that. But you can say, I like, just like I said in my intro, I help social media, digital marketers dominate their social media without the burnout, right? That's something I'm not trying to sell anything in that comment, right? I'm just telling people how I help them, right? And I think that's important to also understand on your profile, that it can be a balance of your personal and your business. And you don't have to put things on there if you're worried about people seeing your private life, right? And you can even, certain posts, you can say friends only, or certain people can't see or can see. And I think that sometimes stops people from allowing their profile to be public. I will say, if you are creating an income on social media at all, then you must have your profile to be public. That's my opinion, right? But I also believe that if you want people to come see you, to get to know you and like and trust you, so they will go to the next step with you, they will purchase with you, they will come into your email list. If you have your profile shut down where people can't see you, you're gonna already have that resistance from them, because they're gonna, I know if someone asks you to be your friend and they don't let, they've got everything shut down where you can't see until you're their friend, I usually won't friend them, because might be a spammer, right? There might be something not legit about them. So
I love what you said. I love all what you said, because all those items are critical to being able to be, very to let people know more about your business and who you are and what you do. And so that being said, I'm just curious if they wanted to get into a coaching session with you. Just curious, what type of coaching sessions do you have available at this time that people can grab and take opportunity of?
Well, the main thing I have right now is one thing I specialize in is helping people create content in less time and be able to, and one of the things we cover really deep is the 5 steps and how to create videos. And we're not talking about viral, but that does happen sometimes, right? Because when you show up consistently, and so we have what I call is the Ninja Content Club, and that is a monthly where every month we meet several times a month, that in helping getting the hands-on content with, let's say my clients are struggling in just coming up with what to post, right? Sometimes you sit at that computer and you're like, I have all this information. What do I post about, right? And we refine that and get that really focused in on what exactly content you need to be putting out there that is actually going to get results, right? You can put a lot of stuff out there, and even quotes are good, right? But if they're done right, right? So we really dive into that. So that's in a group setting. If someone needs individual help, that's something I really look at on an individual basis. So if that's something someone is going really struggling and they just need some individual, I mean, I helped 2 people this week get in and create their funnels. They were just really struggling, and so I was helping them through that process. So those are it kind of on as needed basis.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for that. As we can see, you when you connect with Coach Tonia Smith, you're going to get the tools you need to be able to be, even to take your video marketing to the next level, but also get the assistance you need in building content, because that usually comes before video marketing. We thank you so much for coming onto the platform again, bringing us such valuable tools. That being said, while anybody that's listening to this broadcast, if you know anybody that can benefit from this broadcast, please hit the share button and share that, or either copy the link and send it to someone that you know can really can benefit from all this value that Coach Tonia Smith has brought to the platform. Well, I want to say thank you all for coming onto the broadcast. This concludes the broadcast. I am your host, Sunshine Fullenwider, the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. Right now, we're running a 10K Global Women in Business Marketing Tour, and we look forward to serving so many women on this event platform, with being able to expose who they are, what they do, and share about their business. But most of all, we also provide support through our coaching and training center. So definitely plug into that. Go to talk2sunshine.info. Again, the website's talk2sunshine.info, and you'll be able to get plugged in. Okay. I mean, it's just once you work one-on-one with Coach Tonia Smith, I'm telling you, your videos is going to skyrocket, and you're going to be like, yes, this is what I've always needed. So no need to stay stuck. No need to say, how can I do it? Just connect and get the help you need, and let's all keep growing. Again, thank you again for coming on to this event and speaking and giving us such great value. Coach Tonia Smith, we appreciate you. And until next time, everybody have a good night, and thank you for coming on again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.